You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. These be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with shit. People that pretend to be something that they would never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons, the kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the fires. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles, you need to grow.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Okay, right? Striker, 3, let's go, go set.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Second down, back to Sanders. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
2nd and 6. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Black Ultra.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at the 37-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got Rome. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. give to Chubb out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now off the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Come on, set. Faster, faster.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That swung out wide to Sanders. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Second down, here's an option right. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 30, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
From the 27, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
22 needle. Red, yellow. White, white. Red.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They go up the middle with Chubb to the 43, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. 47-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's been the forgotten man in this first half, not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To throw again on second down. Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys... And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And